Welcome into Chapter 2, the time value of money. We're starting to look at that gas and brake pedal on your money vehicle, and now we're going to start to translate it over to your character project. We really want to look at some of those goals we've set in Chapter 1, our rich goals, and we're now starting to move it towards this idea of what would financial freedom look like? It's not necessarily our tangible, reachable goal today, but it obviously is something that is going to play into our financial plan, that ultimate destination of freedom, and to have a plan that is successful for my life. As we look at this concept today, I love to bring up the idea of inches. This concept was something I discovered in NFL locker rooms while I was going in and out. I started to ask guys, what was the difference? How could I stick around? Why was I continually getting cut? And one of our veterans, a 16-year linebacker, told me every day he comes into the building, he tries to steal this. He tries to steal an inch because an inch can lead to a yard to a first down to a touchdown, and a touchdown, that can lead to a win. If you get enough wins, it could take you to the Super Bowl. But everything starts with just an inch. When we look at this concept and idea of compound interest, such a foreign idea, it's going to take time, and it's going to be an accumulation of little inches that begin to go to work for you. And once those inches go to work for you, they create more and more of these little things that eventually over time compound into your freedom and into your plan. We are going to make money go to work for us in this concept that each day we are going to add an inch to our plan and an inch to the strategy. So as we look at Gabriel Lucana, the first question we're going to have to answer this week is, how much money does your character actually need for financial freedom? We look at that financial freedom calculator video in the curriculum, and we start to identify X, Y, and Z. X is going to be my burn rate, my monthly burn rate. Y is going to be my annual lifestyle, which is simply X, my burn rate, times 12 months a year. X times 12 gives me my annual lifestyle. And Z is going to be our freedom, or Z, sleep easy at night number, which is going to be my Y, annual lifestyle, multiplied by 25 years. This calculation is kind of that back on the napkin math, but we really want to call out, does not account for inflation, doesn't account for variables, doesn't account for your lifestyle change, lifestyle creep, doesn't account for a lot of things, but that's not the point. My point is to give you a destination far off in the distance that you say, that is what my plan is working towards. That is what financial freedom looks like for me and for my lifestyle. So as you can see here on the left, we're going to take $6,000 a month. Gabriel is not at $6,000 a month currently. That's $72,000 a year. Remember, he is just living on that $40,000 income. But as he starts to look at freedom, as he starts to look at what he wants to grow to, he thinks he can live very comfortably on $6,000 a month throughout his free years. And so that's the focus monthly, what he's going to go for. As you get to Y, which is going to be my burn rate times 12, 6,000 times 12, as I just said, is $72,000. And then when we get to our Z, it's going to be my annual lifestyle, 72,000 times 25, which gives us $1.8 million. If somebody asked Gabriel Lucana, what does financial freedom look like for you? It looks like $1.8 million, because that allows me to live on a $6,000 monthly lifestyle for an extended period of time. How long does your character have to reach this freedom number? Well, Gabriel today is 18. He says, I'm going to work till probably about the age of 60. That gives me 42 years. Time value of money, compounding those inches. What rate of return does your character expect to earn? Well, I like whole numbers, and for these examples, I want to keep it simple. And Gabriel believes he can get the average of the market and earn about 10% year over year. Not each year, but over the 42 years, he'll get on average about 10% on average each year. We'll talk more about that in Chapter 6, where we learn about investing even more. So as I move over to using a compound interest calculator, I see the big number, 1.8 million, and I'm starting to wonder, how much do I need? Does Gabriel need to invest each month in a number of years? We know 42 years at earning 10%. Let me switch over to investor.gov with this savings goal calculator. Right here, I have compound interest and I have savings goal calculator. You can see I want to achieve $1.8 million. I'm starting with $1, not starting with anything. And then I'm going to let it grow for 42 years with an estimated interest rate of 10%, compounded annually. I simply click calculate, and it shows me $279 a month for 42 years will allow me to get to that $1.8 million freedom. That is a simple calculation. That is a simple mathematical use of what you just learned in the eighth wonder of the world, time value of money, all of these concepts starting to spin and play together for you. Feel free to play with this. As you saw back here on my page, maybe I want $10,000 a month to give me $3 million. So I come in here and I say, well, no, Gabriel wants to go a little bit bigger. I'm going to do 3 million, starting at the same spot, 42 years, 10%. I'll recalculate, and now it is going to show me $465 a month to get to that $3 million total. This is your plan. This is your character. Start to play with the numbers. Make sure it customizes. Is 6,000 too much? You can live on 5 or 4,000. This is your freedom years. So let's remember to live and build this to you. As I jump in here, you can see our character project says, now that you have identified $279 a month for 42 years, go back and review the eighth wonder in your dashboard. So let's jump into our dashboard. You can see Gabriel is still doing pretty well. $450 a month currently. That is well above the $279 we need. But I do want to call out, we have a lot of things to add into Gabriel's plan that he has not added in yet. For instance, he doesn't have a car, he doesn't have life insurance, he doesn't have health insurance. Those are just a few of the things we'll add in as we move forward. But I do like to point out, using the eighth wonder of the world, average annual investment return, 10%. I put that in there. And you see, we start on year 18. He's putting in $451 per month using this calculation. And if we move fast forward all the way to year 65, which is going to be Gabriel's 47 years old, because we're starting on 18 year, we get very close to that 5.7. So we are moving and grooving. But as I pointed out earlier, we are more than putting in. We're putting in $450 a month, where our goal in our character's plan is only $200 a month. So as you look at these, $279 right now, we are putting in $451, but we have to adjust that because we're going to add in some expenses. As you print it out, you can go ahead and use the export button to send your report, get an update. It is still in A. We're only on chapter 2. We got to add some expenses, and maybe we're going to add an income stream down the road. But as you move through this, identify your choices, your decisions. Go ahead and play with these savings goals calculators now that you understand the time value of money, and make sure you are showing people you speak the language of money, because you understand the eighth wonder of the world, how to make money go to work for you, and realize your freedom is going to come inch by inch. Enjoy the day. Keep driving your money vehicle, and we'll see you at the next stop.